Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sandra here with my Driving Chronicles. In case you haven't noticed, I'm wearing a finger splint, and you might wonder, Sandra, what's going on? Did you jam your finger? No, I did not. However, seems like I have a case of trigger finger. No, I have not been, giving people the finger, but this has been a little uncomfortable. It's a condition that results from an issue with my tendon in my finger. So we are taking care of it. But if you happen to look and see this on my finger, I am fine and I am definitely on the mend. So thank you for the concern. Well, it's Driving Chronicles. Driving Chronicles are times when I am engaged in my activity, my daily activity of driving to and from work. And sometimes as I'm driving, I either listen to music, catch up on some correspondences, video record or video communicate with my loved ones. And sometimes I am just lost in my thoughts. And so today I wanted to talk about a topic that is very important, and that's pretty much productivity and time management. If I'm honest with myself, I believe most of my adult life, if not all of my adult life, I've always been a busybody. And by busybody, I don't just mean I'm out there just being busy, but I am being busy because I'm either accomplishing a goal, setting a goal, working on a project, whether it's self-improvement or it's related to something else. So to give you an example, in my younger adult years, I remember there was a season where I was newly certified as a teacher. I was working in my field. I was attending grad school, and I was very active in my church and very active in a community-based organization. And I was also a wife, managing a home and working on building a relationship. A couple of years after that, I was a new mother, building my family, having children, birthing babies, y'all. Having my children, I was working in several different capacities within my field. This is professionally. I was also managing my mother, who at the time I was her primary caregiver. In addition to that, I was also building a church ministry and working to the benefit of loving, embracing, supporting God's people. What am I saying? I'm saying at any point in my life, my adult life, I've had to juggle or manage multiple things. So as a result, I feel like this is what I know. I know multitasking. I know being busy. I know being productive. However, there's a danger in that. There's a danger in doing too much and doing too much at a time. For one, I've noticed that sometimes task completion isn't as efficient. So you're doing multiple things. Something's got to suffer. Something has got to take the back burner. And it's like a dance. There's a leading, there's a swaying, there's a giving, there's a following. Everything doesn't get the same amount of time. And for two, the second danger is burnout. When we are doing so much and we're busy being all things to all people and putting the time in to accomplish a lot of our goals, depending on how driven we are or what else we have on our plate, it is very easy to get overwhelmed and burned out. So just wanted to share with you a few tips on how I keep all of the balls up in the air at the same time, maybe. And for me, it is time management, setting schedules, and definitely compartmentalizing. So I want to help you be as efficient, as effective, as productive, and as accomplished. I am not saying that I am the most accomplished. I'm saying sometimes for you to reach those goals, you have to have some strategies, some steps in place to ensure that you do follow through and that you reach those goals. So here's what I do. 1, set a clear schedule and stick to it. The first thing I do is I plan my day the night before. I'm writing down my top 3 to 5 priorities for the next day. I set a realistic schedule to tackle each task. I keep a daily planner and a digital calendar on my phone to track deadlines. 2. Use time blocking. This is assigning specific time slots for different tasks, like emails from 9 to 10 and deep work from 10 to 12. Batch similar tasks together to avoid constant context switching. Schedule breaks to maintain energy and focus. 3. Compartmentalize your tasks. Separate tasks into categories like work, personal, self-care, family, etc. When working, eliminate distractions related to other areas of life as much as possible. Mentally switch gears when moving between categories and make sure not to mix tasks. 4. Prioritize with the 80-20 rule. That is, 80% of results come from 20% of tasks. Basically focus on what truly matters and what truly moves the needle. We can do this by using the Eisenhower matrix. If it's urgent and important, do it now. If it's important but not urgent, schedule it. If it's urgent but not important, delegate it. And if it's not urgent and not important, just drop it. 5. Set boundaries and avoid burnout. Learn to say no to tasks that don't align with your priorities. Schedule time for yourself because self-care is just as important as productivity. And most importantly, do not overcommit. Set realistic goals for each and every day. Here are my final thoughts. There are 24 hours in the day and quite enough time to accomplish a lot. So remember, time is your most valuable asset. So spend it wisely. Which of these tips do you use? What's your biggest time management struggle? Drop a comment below.